Alright, just a thing on multiple assailants. First of all, multiple assailants is this. I don't know if you can see it. Poor mate is kicking his head like a Coke can. Yeah? Multiple assailants is this. Two individuals stabbing up this guy while the other guy's rifling through his wallet. Multiple assailants is this. Two guys kicking the fucking granny out of this guy. That's what it is. Multiple assailants is this, this and this, not fucking this. Understand? It's not Fist of Fury where Bruce Lee's in the middle and everyone's politely waiting their turn. Don't work like that. Right, okay. In terms of what is going on, like anything, you need to understand the problem before you look at the solution. Do you agree? Right, definition of multiple assailants. Two or more on one. Two or three people against one person is multiple assailants. Four or more constitutes a gang assault. It's still multiple assailants. Understand? Three key principles to dealing with this problem. Preemption. Whatever you do, do something first. Mobility. Move. The moving target's harder to hit, therefore harder to track, or vice versa. And move to a tactical position, as you see. Puts you in a better position to do something. Do you agree? You have an understanding of what I mean, mobility and tactical positioning. Yes? Third one is mindset. Keep your fucking head. Gotta keep your head. Okay? Numbers alone is what gives them the psychological advantage. It's all about perspective. If I'm fighting three guys in an alley and I think, oh, there's three of them on fucked, you're fucked. Like I said before, multiple target opportunity. Golden opportunity to sharpen my tools. Understand? Use it as an experience to move up to a higher echelon in life. I'll be more depth to my character after this event. And if it's my time, well, you know, it's my time. I don't want to live forever. So that kind of thinking. You know? First thing you want to understand is their tactics. Okay? Kneel down, I'll feel bad used to that. One of the main tactics that they'll employ, whether it's two or three or more, is triangulation. Which means they'll surround you if you let them. Understand? It's logical. Of course they will. The next thing is wolf pack mentality, which means when one goes, they all go. As soon as one hits you, they'll all hit you. As soon as one rags you down and kicks you, they'll all kick you. Even a total stranger walking past will kick you in the head. Because that's the nature of society today, unfortunately. Fact. Right? Numbers is what gives them the psychological advantage. You know? Three of you are going to be a lot braver if you've got two of your mates than if I catch one of you on your own having a piss in the toilet. Guarantee it. Pre-ritual attack. We'll talk about that in a second. Alpha male status. Do you know what I mean, alpha male? There's usually a front man or a mouth that directs the rest of the group. It's not always the case because if you get a bunch of football players out for the night, they're all alpha male. They're all looking to outdo each other. But usually it's alpha male wannabes and beta males. That's the psychological social order, pecking order. Does that make sense? Yeah. Yeah, the alpha male will stimulate the rest of the group. Physical tactics. Armed or unarmed, they'll headhunt. Primary target's the head. They'll smash you in the head. Other tactics include holding and hitting you. That means I'll hold you and hit you, or he'll hold you while I hit you. But continuous assault into the head, followed by ragging you down to the ground and kicking and stomping you senseless. Do you understand? Look at any CCTV on clip on YouTube. Just put in violence or street violence, more specific. That's what you'll see outside the kebab shop. Four people kicking the shit out of some poor cunt on the floor covering his head. Do you understand? Quite often when I'm teaching at home, I'll teach by example in order to create the need to learn. So I'll give you a visual stimulus. I'll show you a CCTV clip of 5 lads kicking the fuck out of some poor bloke who's just come out because these cunts were running over their car and kicked off the wing mirror. So he's just bought a nice new car for his wife, they kicked the wing mirror off and jumped on the bonnet. He's come out with nothing on his feet because he's a normal fucking everyday person that thinks people listen to reason and said, lads, what are you doing? This is my wife's car. They proceed to do exactly what I said. Triangulate, they smash him in the head, they rag him down and they kick him to death. They identified one of the individuals that actually put the killing blow in that crushed his head by the trainer print. If I showed you that clip, you've just watched the father of 4 die. And it's sickening. It makes me sick. There's people walking past just going, ooh, no one done anything. You know, you've just watched a man die. It was used as evidence in a murder trial. Well, if you watch that and you're worth your salt, you wouldn't want that to happen to someone you care about or you, would you agree?
Yeah.
So that should stimulate the motivation for you to pay fucking attention. Yes?
Yeah.
So that's what I mean by creating a need to learn.
If I get a corporate group and I'm teaching something like that, or in the counter knife or everything else, I will use that kind of stimulus that immediately makes them go, oh, actually, yeah, I want to know what he means. Do you understand? Right. In terms of pre-attack ritual, there's a certain theme, so I'm going to give you an idea. Not you can put it down now, man. Thank you. I want you to imagine Saturday football, two opposing teams. So I don't know how it works here, but at home we've still got football hooliganism. It's still quite a big thing. We've got lads, you know. Lads like to meet other lads and they meet up and have a big brawl. It's a bars, isn't it? That's what they say. But the new breed of football fan, which is the next generation, are all fucking off their head on coke, and they all use weapons. But it's still equally horrible and brutal, if not more so. Quite often, if there's no opposing fans for a pre-arranged tear-up, do you understand what I mean by pre-arranged tear-up? Because they've got each other's phone numbers, do you know that? They phone up and go, John, how you doing? I'm alright, bud, how are you? How many you got? I've got 50. 50, I've got 60. What we got? Bricks, stones, anything you fucking want. Speak around about. Alright, you can't see you there. That's what it's like. They've got each other's phone number. And outside of that social circle, they speak. They drink. Do you know what I mean? Fucking crazy, seriously. But quite often you get these groups of lads. Let's call them lads. Really, they're just squares. But lads. That quite often have no other lads to beat up. So they're frustrated and they don't want to go home empty-handed. So what they'll pick on is a scaffer. And a scaffer is just a fan. Just somebody who actually, believe it or not, goes with football. Quite often they'll just bring his kid. Do you know what I mean? Well, they don't care. So you've got three lads walking down the road, one scaffer walking home. He's a target. Do you understand? I'm going to give you the pre-threat behaviour that will happen before he gets his fucking head kicked in. The last part of this story will be he's on the floor, unconscious, been kicked and stamped senseless. If he wakes up with a drip in his arm and his own fucking mum won't recognise him. Can you picture that?
Yeah.
Right. What happens before that event is this. There's about as much distance as there is between me and Jim. Three individuals. One of them's an alpha male. The alpha male will select target via eye contact. He'll go like that. Then there'd be group communication, where he'll then go to his two compadres. Who's this guy? Who the fuck do you think he is? Followed by group eye contact. Now they all look. Understand? That's the first cue. So picture that in your brain. He's walking along, switched off, oblivious. Eye contact, hard stare. Group communication, group eye contact. How much more information than that do you want to know you've got a potential fucking problem? What do you think? What would be better than that? If you had a high state of awareness, you were aware of what's going on around you, you recognise the lads immediately, or any group of rowdy young men you know that could be problematic, you saw them before they saw you, you turned the fucking corner and you went the other way. Is that not good self-protection?
Yeah, right.
That's the best game plan of all, because it only employs two elements. Awareness, escape. There's no need for situational control, preemption or continuous attack. I've seen it, I'm fucking off. Do you understand? That's why awareness and threat recognition will save your bacon. Isn't it? But let's say he doesn't respond or see that, or can't, or freezes up, or goes into denial. Any of the natural human emotions that are designed to help us out but fuck us up the arse. Right? What will happen next is they'll block his path of movement. What they call arrest his movement. They'll block his escape route. Then one will engage with some verbalisation while the other two triangulate. Picture that so far? Yeah. Guys in the middle. There'll be a little bit of verbal dialogue, then one bang will hit him and then they'll all hit him. Then they'll rag him down to the ground and kick him senseless. Do you see all the information that's kind of precursed itself before that event? At what part do you want to take part in that video? Do you know what I mean? Wouldn't it pay to see it early enough? Even if I see the second that there's good communication, eye contact, I can run. I can arm myself, I can posture, or I can fucking put myself in a better situational, tactical position. I can do something that may be the difference that makes a difference. Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. Okay.